Well, Marquez can almost reach out and hug Fabio Quartararo's rear tyre there. Can he, coming through that slow right left-hander turn number 5? We've seen this on numerous occasions in the past. Marc Marquez did it famously, didn't he, in Sepang a few years ago, and paid the price. He let too much temperature drop out of his rear tyre while trying to close in on Fabio Quartararo. A big high side at turn 2. But he's certainly arming himself with a lot of information about the strengths and weaknesses of Fabio Quartararo's Yamaha package here right now, as the world champion pushes his Ducati back up pit lane. He's not going to have any concerns about dropping out the top 10. It's a foregone conclusion that his 1:37.856 will get him through. Whether it will get him through to Q2 directly as the top man, well, that remains to be seen, because there's still 4 minutes of this session remaining here. Luca Marini, what a job he's done. He's got back out already on that second bike, and he's come through the first sector with the best first split of the session so far. So Marini trying to climb up from 12th place. His teammate Bezzecchi also looking strong to force the issue back inside the top 10. He's down in 11th right now. Maverick Vinales has also had a phenomenal first sector on the factory Aprilia. We're just looking at our timing screens right now, lit up like a Christmas tree. Vinales has gone through the first split, a 1/10 of a second up on where he needs to be compared to Bagnai's best. So we'll try and initially look at Bezzecchi through the final corner now. He's going to pick up on the fat part of the tyre and use the famed drive grip of that Ducati GP22. Over the line, here comes the Italian, the rookie of the year last year, up to 4th place. Vinales then, still up in the second split. You can see his name there at the bottom of your screens. 0.074 up on the fastest time. Here comes Luca Marini, rapid in the first sector. Hasn't lost a lot of time in sectors 2 and 3, but is he going inside the top 10 where he needs to be? It's even better than that, second for Marini. Let's not forget, it was only a few months ago, he was on the deck at turn number 10. Great salvage job this then by Valentino Rossi's half brother Marini up into second. But here's Maverick Vinales squeezing every last ounce of performance out of that factory Aprilia. Up the crest he goes there now. Vinales is top gun going into top spot. He really is. A 1:37.746. Maverick Vinales then right now carrying his impressive winter testing form into the 2023 season. Come on, Massimo, crack a smile. Maverick Vinales top. Great job by him, Simon. A 1:37.746.
We just saw how good Maverick is. Exactly what we were talking about earlier. Yeah, he puts it together. He's as good as anyone.
Yeah, this bodes well, doesn't it, for the inaugural sprint here tomorrow in Portimao, 3 p.m. local time. We remind you of that. Jack Miller, this is not a bad lap time coming in here from the Aussie.
1/10 off. That is impressive.
Oh, what a lap.
Wow.
What a lap. Where did that last sector come from for Jack Miller? Absolutely sensational. Thriller Miller, somebody's gone down. I can hear in our headsets there's been a faller somewhere out on circuit. Yellow flags in sectors 1 and 2. Let's hope that isn't Jack Miller, who'll be in that sort of part of the circuit, having done that 1:37.709. Where did that come from? It's Marc Marquez who's gone down. Marquez then has gone down late on here. He's okay.
And he was following Fabio, and Fabio was on a fast look at the first sector.
So that's game over. Marquez was 14th. Less than 90 seconds of the session remaining. Marc Marquez in the season-opening Grand Prix of 2023 will have to pick his way through Q1.
And just so people don't think I was just picking on Honda, I'd like to point out there's none in Q2.
Yes, it's again very much a European-dominated P2 session here. It's Miller that leads the way. Nobody saw that one coming. An absolutely incredible 4th sector by Jack Miller, getting some serious corner speed on that RC16, wasn't he, through turn number 15. Absolutely brilliant by Thriller Miller.
That is so... We were talking about it in the pre-press conference yesterday, how much natural ability Jack Miller has, you know, and I don't think he's achieved his potential, and that is his potential, putting a KTM on top, like doing a lap so much faster than anyone else has done. It's awesome. Amazing job. Marc Marquez then, a rather forlorn ride back to the paddock for him then, and Marc Marquez then will be in Q1 tomorrow morning, shadowing Fabio Quartararo for a good half a dozen laps and more, wasn't he, at the end of this P2 session.
and trying to hang on to the coattails of the Frenchman there, just asking too much of that front tyre going into that first gear turn 3.
But it's a worry for Fabio, like, you know, oh, sorry, he's leapt up while we were talking. Yeah.
And at the moment, having what looked like being a fantastic Friday for the Marquez brothers, it's all going a bit pear-shaped late on here as Alex Marquez, how hard was he pushing on the front end of that Gresini Ducati into turn number 5? Well, he ran wide, he couldn't get it stopped. That's how hard he was pushing. And Alex Marquez, also having been the quickest man this morning at the end of that 45-minute P1, Alex Marquez goes from 1st to 11th. He's in Q1 as well. That is a big surprise, given his pace this morning. Let's just have a check on a few other big names further down. Joan Mir and Alex Rins on their Honda debuts. Well, they're 12th and 13th respectively. Mir, let's not forget, was second this morning when he went to time attack mode late on in P1. And this man, Bastianini, looks like he might just squeeze in. A 138.256 has had him in the danger zone for a decent chunk late on here in P2, but it looks like he will get through. Can't see anybody. A quick glance at the timing screens who will knock him out, Simon.
Matt, yesterday I discussed with you how I didn't want to do predictions because I told you nobody, I told everyone to listen, nobody knows. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the people that are not in that you'd expect to be in and Jack Miller on the KTM Fastest. You can't predict MotoGP.
Well, I do know one thing for certain, that coming into this opening day here in Portimao, when everybody's, all the talks about goals, targets, predictions, probably only Jack Miller and his team were backing him to be top man on the opening day here on Friday. And that's nothing against Jack at all, because we know what a top rider he is. And he reminds us of that with that brilliant victory in Japan last year on the factory Ducati. But that's a huge boost for Miller and for KTM as well. It's been a winter of transition, a winter of adaptation. And Jack Miller, no wonder his wife Ruby's got a massive smile on her face. There's his crew chief Christian Pupilin, who's moved over from Ducati as well. What a huge fillip for the Aussie.